properties are the parameter of the soil health. Somebody told you just in the inaugural address, if these are going to change, these are going to change from their optimum values, definitely the soil is sick. और मैं किसानों को जो बोलता हूँ यही कहता हूँ, प्रकृति ने दिया है सबको उपहार में माटी, हमारे वेदों ने कहा कि माता का दरबार है माटी, हम सबके जीवन के लिए पोषक आहार है माटी। बट अब आप बट पे आइए, किंतु अब ये दोहन का शिकार है माटी और मिट्टी की जांच कहती है कि बीमार है माटी। It's sick. And out of the whole country's situation, if you take, this is reported that more than 80% soil is sick. More than 80% soil is sick. Somehow or the other. I will take you the next one. Friends, what has happened in the green devolution? We bothered about only this. Purchase the factory, load on the cycle and tractor, fertility from the factory, add to the soil and harvest the crop. We never bothered about all other properties, health parameters of the soil in the last 50-60 years. और एक कहावत है, एक ही साधे सब सधे सब साधे सब जाए, रहीमन मूल ही सींचिए फूल ही फल ही अघाए। प्रोफेसर तिवारी साहब बैठे हैं, 5 दिन का कॉन्फ्रेंस हुई दिल्ली में 2004 में, सॉयल वाटर एंड एनवायरनमेंट। मैं उसमें पार्टिसिपेंट था। कोई भी वैज्ञानिक पूरे वर्ल्ड का उठ के नहीं कह सका कि हमारा मिट्टी पानी दोनों सही है। और एक मेन रिकमेंडेशन आई है जो मिट्टी कहती है, जितना मन हो पैदा करो, बेचो, खाओ, बाकी जो ले जा रहे हो हमें वापस कर दो। The crop residue is to be returned. 1 क्विंटल गेहूं का मतलब 2.5 क्विंटल स्ट्रा, 1 क्विंटल पैडी का मतलब 2.5 quintals of straw, and similarly for oils and the pulses it is about 1 quintal to 1.5, 1.25 to 5 quintal the straw. That is to be returned to the soil. And had it been returned to the soil regularly in the green devolution, these all 14 except the, to some extent this is also there, because organic farming now proving that it can go without chemical fertilizer. I agree with that. But this would have been intact if we have gone to the recycling of the organic matter, animal residue. हम जो खाए जो कुछ चला जाए वापस, हुआ नहीं. And that's why this all problem is coming up. एक ही सब चीज को maintain करेगा पूरी की पूरी. No chemical fertilizer is going to maintain the physical property of the soil directly. Will go indirectly through the crop residue. So I say, Dr. Saab will be coming, Dr. Tiwari, with the integrated nutrient management program. He will explain it very well. You know, he is expert in that. So it will be taken later. Next, please. The main enemy of the soil, erosion. If 1 millimeter soil is eroded from 1 hectare, it comes to 15 tons. And the situation all along is the same. 1 millimeter soil, 15 tons. And you see what it takes, the first one. The next, what we are taking from the soil, we have not yet returned half of it, even now. And go for the agricultural practices, erratic irrigation, secondary salinization, unbalanced use of fertilizers that you all know, erratic type of the plowing of the field, the tillage operations, which are responsible for the degradation of the soil. And everybody understands soil as a dust bin. As you told that everything is filled is being thrown on the soil. So monoculture, rice wheat in the whole Indo-Gangetic plain. These type of things, if you have a look to it, these all are responsible for soil health deterioration. And 3 stages are there for the soil deterioration. Just be attentive to listen to it. One is soil starts deteriorate, if you don't mind it. If you don't check the deterioration will go to the degradation, the second stage. Up to the second stage, if you are cautious with the practices, you can return it to the original form. But the moment you go to the third stage, degradation, it goes to the desertification. मिट्टी रहेगी, कुछ पैदा नहीं होगा. बैंक में अकाउंट रहेगा लेकिन उसमें कुछ पैसा नहीं रहेगा. This is the situation which we are facing. Although it is deterioration and degradation, desertification is not the situation at the moment, but you will have to be cautioned in the near future. Next, please. Next. This is the same, how much soil is being eroded. जितना मिट्टी में डाल रहे हैं हम फर्टिलाइजर के रेट में, उसका आधा तो हर साल ऐसे ही बह रहा है समुद्र को. And to your information, about 30% of the topsoil every year is going to the sea, which is not going to be returned. That is the maximum biggest problem. Soil form in 1,000 years, if not protected, it will go within 4 or 5 years. That is 1 inch soil. And if you saw the situation, go and see the situation in the villages, no individual field building is there from the date the tractor came in existence for the cultivation. No individual field bunding. And that's the big problem in the Indo-Gangetic plain, Punjab, Haryana, and also some part of the Madhya Pradesh also. Nobody bothers about it. Next, please. We'll have to check it. Now, to my information, in 1950, our soil was in sort of 1 nutrient maximum, the nitrogen. But at the moment, what information I have, out of the 14 nutrients which are supplied by the soil alone, 10 or 11 are deficient in the soil. Here and there, the information is there. So, now every nutrient, recently what we have observed, I am attached with some of the experiments of the Himalaya Tarai of North Bihar and UP. Most of the soils have gone medium, not low, but medium potassium. Zinc, most of the places, the alluvial soil is always deficient in zinc. But where the management is proper, this is a bit less. This is also a it has become a problem for the pulses, oilseeds, rice and wheat. Our experiment says like that. So out of these, at least 6 are there to be managed very cautiously. That is agronomical problem. We will explain you. Next, please. Now here I wanted to say that what is the solution for it then? If you take the agro system, you see the huge amount of this thick arrows indicate this much of fertilizer, this much here, moving here and there and then run off, going to the, causing the eutrophication, as you know. But if we see the forest ecosystem, next please. Next. I think another one is there. The other region of the soil degradation is the population, the poverty, pollution, and production more than potential of the soil. These are the problems. Come to the next, please. There is one forest system where the nutrients movement, if you see the whole cycle, is very, very narrow arrows are there, which I will take you later. Now, coming to here, most of our students will not be knowing sustainable kya hai, sustainable agriculture. Earlier, our whole agriculture was ecological, traditional agriculture, ecological, biological. The modern agriculture is chemical and mechanical. Just a shift to it. If we have to go for sustainable agriculture, all the 4 have to blend. That is the integration. Unless we do it, it is not possible to go for sustainable agriculture. And this is the definition of the sustenance. There are 3 sentences. You can very easily remember it if you have to define sustainable agriculture. There should be economic justice, productivity, intergenerational equity, long-term profitability, and benign environment. So this is the whole concept of the sustainability. So many definitions you will get, but this is the most simplest one to remember for you. Next, please. Everybody says the fertilizer is doing this mischief. In spite of application, if you just delete the fertilizer, the whole fertilizer efficiency is affected by all these factors. Most of the things are not bothered by the farmers. They are not very serious about the agricultural practices. How much production is going on? If full fertilizer is given, its efficiency will be reduced to this extent by different operations. Next. That is to be taken care of. Next, please. Another, as I told you, only organic matter can help all these things of the soil property, you see. Everything is responsible for the crop production. Only organic matter. So, this is that we will have to manage the organic matter. Next. Now come to the cycles, as told by our learned Vice Chancellor. Most of the things are defective in this now, the whole phosphorus cycle. I will tell you one example. Whatever phosphatic fertilizers are added to the soil, 75 to 80% is being fixed in the soil. It will not be available to that crop. And the information is that what has been fixed in this crop will be released within 9 and 8, 10 years slowly. And another crop, there is going to be a buildup of the phosphorus. It's a very costly fertilizer. And in the vegetable growing area in our North India, there is a tremendous amount of phosphorus being added soil, which is very dangerous for the crop, the soil. Next, please. Similar is the case with other cycles, nitrogen. Here I will say only thing, the defect which we are creating is where the irrigation system is there, none, I say the very few, 2 or 3% people are growing pulses, or no, none is going for that because of the irrigation system. They have left the growing to the pulses. So, the defect in nitrogen cycle is due to the non-inclusion of the pulses with intercropping or in the green manuring or in the rotation. Next, please. So, that is to be done. Next. This is the forestry system, and that's why there is a lot of cry for agroforestry system. Go for it so that we can save the soil. Forest and agriculture both side by side. That way we can to some extent make the soil sustainable for the production. Next, please. Next. These are the things we can very easily see. क्या issues हैं, क्या strategy हैं, क्या goals हैं to go for the soil. You can get this and read it. This will take a lot of time to explain each and every point. Next. This topic is going to be discussed by Dr. Tiwari, but this much I say that instead with this chemical fertilizer, this is integrated farming system. Our sustainability ke liye, you will have to go for all these 4. IPM is one, IPNM is the next one, irrigation management is one, and pest management. All these 4 have to be combined together if you want sustainability. Next. Next, please. This is for IPM. Only this is to be calculated in the farmers that with this chemical fertilizer, some of this should be included in the crop production, and that is on the basis of catch and match. What is available? If they have green manuring, they can go for it. If they have compost and so many huge amount of organic manures, they can go for that. Otherwise, at least go for the biofertilizers at least with all these components. So many methods are available. We'll have to popularize this among the farmers if we have to make the soil sustainable. Next, please. It will be discussed later. Soil health care. You know the Department of Science and Technology. I requested them for the children's campaign for 2 years in the whole country. Below class earth students, there were a lot of meetings and seminars and so many things. Healthy soil, wealthy nation. I suggested them and they acted on it. I was very much popularized among the students, children education system. So I mean to say that if we have to take care of this poor soil health, you can underline it. Want to be healthy, make the soil healthy. If you want to be prosperous, make the soil prosperous. Next, please. Now, this is the soil health card being prepared in our state, in all these states. This is in Hindi. This is like that in all these states. And there was a news that all the soils, major soils will be tested and their health card be prepared by 2014. The recent situation I don't know, but this is going on a long way, provided it is done correctly, the health card. Next. These bulletins have been distributed to the farmers free of cost. Make the soil healthy. What are the ways to do it? Different types of composting, green manuring, how to go for some part of organic farming. These booklets are available for free distribution to the agricultural workers at some of the farmers in the villages. That is, you have to catch it. These are in all languages, almost all the states, all languages, this is available. Next. Now coming to I'll take 1 or 2 minutes more. This is for the income of the farmer. A lot of things are being done to change the system of agriculture at the moment, shift to someone for integrated intensive farming system, so that even with the small holdings, if they practice this system, they are going to earn round the year something, and their economic condition will improve. We have the example of the farmers of 1 acre who is earning about 40,000-50,000 rupees per year, along with all the needs of the food from the field for 5 persons in a family. There are models like that, they are doing it. So this is to be practiced ultimately if you have to save the soil. This will save the soil, this will make the soil sustainable, it will health improve, and we can have a good economic condition also. But you see, for this, if you want success, the first point is the soil health. Improve this first, and only then you can practice, you will be wealthy and will be healthy also. So that's the soil, importance of the soil to be done. Next, please. Again, the soil quality, कैसे हमारा मिट्टी का परिवर्तन हमारी ज़िंदगी को कैसे प्रभावित कर रहा है, टॉक्सिसिटी हो, डेफिशिएंसी हो, कैसे हो रहा है दिक्कत। एक एग्जांपल आपको दूं, मैंने एक डॉक्टर से पूछा बीकॉस्यूल जेड क्या है, उन्होंने कहा जस्ता है जिंक। पहले बीकॉस्यूल बी कॉम्प्लेक्स मिलता था, बीकॉस्यूल जेड दिया जा रहा है टू इंक्रीज दी resistance of disease in your body because there is a deficiency of zinc in the nutrition. That's the problem. So many things will come that way. Next please. Next. चलिए, तो मैंने बता दिया है पहले भी, नेक्स्ट करिए. Removal of nutrients will have to add, but if you are not cautious, it's going to deteriorate the soil more. Next. Read it well. On the Earth Day, I request to be serious about saving the soil if we want to save ourselves. Take it as a mother, serve it as a mother, husband it as a mother, then we will be able to survive. और फिर अपने कैप्लेट्स को हम पढ़ते हुए आपसे चाहेंगे, मैंने आपको कहा ना कि ये माता का दरबार है, ये हमारे जीवन का आधार है, न जाने कितने जीवों का संसार है, लेकिन आज ये बीमार है. बीमारी के लिए एक ही हम कहते हैं, बनाएं मेड़, लगाएं पेड़, दरकार यही है, मिट्टी बचेगी काफ़ी. बनाएं मेड़, बंडिंग करिए, प्लांटेशन करिए, उस पर लगाएं मेड़, बनाएं मेड़, लगाएं पेड़, दरकार यही है, क्योंकि आपके आने ज़िंदगी की पूरी